Hi, I'm Shawn Lynch. I'm joined by Shawn Jansen, and we're out here at Cougar Arena shooting our girls' playoff basketball preview. Let's start with Golden Valley. They're going to host Franklin of Elk Grove, a game that looks pretty good in Golden Valley's favor. It looks like a game they could win and kind of end a long playoff-less drought, I guess.
Yeah, they haven't won a first-round playoff game since 2006. They did win a play-in game against Grace Davis between now and then, but it's been a long time since Golden Valley has advanced to the second round. They get the number 5 seed in a loaded D1 field that includes the number 1 team in the nation against St. Mary's. But you got to like the way Golden Valley's play. They go 10-0 in league. They're a real strong team led by Stephanie Moore, who will probably be named MVP of the CCC for a second straight year. They got 2 bigs, Abby Croninger and Kayla Collins, who have played well, really do a good job of hitting the boards and keeping teams to one shot. And that's going to be key tomorrow against Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin's led by Chanel Stewart. She's right a little bit over 14 points per game. She's really the only one in double figures. They're not a high-scoring team, and Golden Valley's a defensive-based team, so I like their chances with those kind of numbers.
Yeah, and Golden Valley does have the height advantage. They're playing at home. Franklin's got to make a nice long drive, so I think all the factors are playing in the Cougars' favor in this one.
Yeah, free throws always big in the playoffs. Franklin only shoots 56% from the line, so that could be big. Let's talk about Atwater. They got to go to Elk Grove. This is going to be a tough test for the Falcons.
Yeah, Elk Grove actually came to Golden Valley last year and beat Golden Valley on the road by 4 points in a tough game. Elk Grove can score. They got Molly Madison Wong, who's averaging about 15 points. She shoots a lot of three-pointers. And Mira Schulman, who's averaging about 18 points a game. The key for Atwater is, are they going to be able to get the ball inside to Alondra Ponce and Heaven Maison?
Yeah, I mean, they can't get in a shootout with this team. They need this to be a low-scoring game. Atwater does not throw up a ton of points, but if they can make it kind of an ugly defensive battle, Atwater can be in the mix. Like you said, Wong, 77 threes on the year. Atwater as a team only has like 36. So they're going to be keeping an eye on her. It's a game. They got to be a little more opportunistic with their opportunities, I guess, is the best way to put it. They take a ton of shots, Atwater does, but they got to be more efficient, especially with their offensive rebounds. They're a great offensive rebounding team, but they don't always take advantage of that. This is a game where they're going to have to.
Yeah, and hopefully they get a big lift if possibly Brittany Massa comes back, because she hasn't played after taking the big hit on the ground with her head. So it's possible that she plays tomorrow night.
All right, Livingston hitting the road, going to take on Placer. Long road trip there. Placer comes in having won 9 straight, and they're a team that made it to the second round of the playoffs last year, so they got some playoff experience on top of that.
Yeah, Placer is usually a Division III team, but with all the teams being moved up and I guess some larger schools qualifying for the playoffs, they get pushed down to D4, and Livingston's going to have to make the road trip. Placer's led by Bailey Vanderdoes, who's headed to San Diego State, and we know if you're going into San Diego State to play basketball, it's a prestigious university. She's a heck of a player. Livingston, we watched them last week when they beat Central Valley, and they really looked good. Sharon Sahota has been playing well for all of them. Shooter, she can shoot from 25 feet out. Gurpreet Sadi had a real big game for them. Tina Lau does well inside, outside, handling the ball. It looks like they're going to be without Winnie Winton. Because it looks like I saw a picture with her cast on. I doubt she's playing with the cast.
On her wrist, yeah.
So they're going to be without her. But Livingston's deep. It's just, can they knock down shots, and are they going to be able to hit the boards against a bigger team?
Yeah, it's going to be all about, fundamental rebounding for me in this one. Placer brings in 6 kids, 5'10" or taller. So they got a definitive size advantage. They got to keep them off of the offensive glass, and then they got to be efficient on the offensive end. Lastly, we got Mariposa taking on Holt Academy. Mariposa's led by, I'm going to butcher this, but let's give it a try, Kristen Duberkey and Malia Appling. They're kind of a 1-2 punch. They only average about 44 points per game, so they're going to want it to be a defensive battle, and then those two account for about 28 of those points. So, Holt Academy is coming in. They won the Mountain Valley League, but it's not a very prestigious league. It's not. They haven't seen a lot of tough competition, so I like Mariposa here.
Yeah, I mean, I think we saw the boys play a Holt Academy team last year, and it just wasn't a contest. So if it's something similar this year, I like Mariposa in this matchup.
All right, that's going to do it for our girls show. Be sure to keep your eyes out for our boys show, which will be coming up soon also.